Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome to my channel and my home. This is, I don't even know which video it is, but I'm going strong and I'm getting good feedback, so thank you a lot for that. This video, kind of a new video, kind of a follow-up, because I was getting a lot of responses when I did sort of the About Me video about the industry and questions about, the specifics of my experience and sort of how I see the entertainment industry in general. So this is sort of the things that I wish I knew when I started out, I guess. But to just go right into it, I started in entertainment kind of by chance. I didn't intend to get into it when I moved here. I had just been someone with tattoos, right? And over time, I kind of realized that made me a niche market, that made me a unique commodity, so to speak. So I decided to use that to my advantage. So I guess something that I wish I realized early on when I decided I was gonna even dabble in entertainment and modeling and all this stuff is courage of conviction. If you're gonna be in entertainment, you have to have a super thick skin and you have to know what you're going for, who you are kind of thing. And that doesn't mean that you have to have everything figured out, because I don't know many people who do. But I do know that once I decide I'm gonna do something, I go ahead and I do it. And that is kind of what you need when you're passionate about anything. Passion will only get you so far, but you gotta have the discipline and the drive for it. So I sort of wish that I knew when I started that I could make this a career as long as I was committed. Keep in mind though that it's like you're not gonna be at the same pace as the people around you. Sometimes you're gonna be farther ahead at a younger age, sometimes you're gonna be behind at a younger age, but it's not a race and it's a marathon, and there's always space at the top for people. So don't get discouraged when you see, let's say you're a photographer and you see another photographer who's done something you wanted to do, because you can always do it and you can always continuously raise the bar for yourself. Because coming from a very competitive person, I am very, very competitive, guys. I have to remind myself that I'm in competition with me and only me. The people who are out there who are doing real big things, fantastic for them, that's amazing. And if comparison is like the killer of everything. Comparison is the killer of self-esteem, it's a killer of motivation. Like, it's just not helpful, it's not useful. So just understand that, and understand that you can still push forward even when you failed, even when you've backtracked, things like that. Like there's always going to be a space for you as long as you figure out your market, you figure out your niche, you understand, you have the conviction and the courage of the conviction to go forth and go forward for what you want. This turned into a really inspirational video. I didn't mean for that to happen, but I guess that's just something I wish I knew when I started. The other thing that I also get asked is not only what's it like in the industry, but also what's it like being a woman in the industry. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a pretty open person as far as my looks, as far as my tattoos. I kind of understand that part of who I am as a brand is my skin, which means that when I got hired for something, it's because people want to see my skin. So I have to get that it's part of my work. People around me have to get that it's part of my work, and I use it to my advantage, which also means that it's like, if you're a fantastic dancer, if you're a fantastic model, if you're getting on, know your worth. That is more obvious financially. As a young woman, what I always say to people whenever they're asking for free labor, when they ask for a model or their tattoos or an appearance or something, I'm not going to charge them an exorbitant amount of money. I don't think my prices are unfair. But when I tell people and they say they want free labor, what I ask them is, do you respect women? And if yes, if you respect women, you'll respect their labor. Just point blank, end of story. So just, that's part of the courage of conviction aspect. Have courage in the boundaries and the limits that you set for yourself, and have courage once you do something that maybe other people think is risky or wild. Have the courage to say that you were happy that you did it, that you were proud that you did it. I've definitely done things in my career that people were, oh my God, how are you doing that? And I was like, made money, I grew, you know, at the end of the day, it worked out in my favor, and I'm continuously pushing myself. Some people won't do what I do, and that's fine. You know, like I said about competition and comparison, it's never helpful to compare yourself to someone else. Even if you feel like you're above them, it's not going to work out in your benefit to be on your high horse, because, you know, especially in entertainment, you get really knocked down off of your high horse very often. So you do kind of have to be humble entering into the industry for sure. So I guess the last thing, other than being humble and being you know, gracious, is being motivated. Like I said, comparison can really kill motivation. Again, even if you're a really competitive person like I am, and I thrive in a competitive environment, that's why I tended to go to sports really quick. When I care about something, I do want to be the best at it. So understand that that can hurt you when it's too crazy. Understand that you don't want to compete against your teammates. So for those of you that know, I am on a show with a panel of women. I should never feel competitive against those women because we're a team. You know, they are not my competition. They're the people who are going to help me raise up and level up. So I don't want to fight people who are there to help me. You know, I just want to understand who I am and have that not compete with other people. And also, you got to get that if you're in an industry where, you know, you're one of 50 dancers, you're one of 50 singers, you know, you're still going to bring something different, and you don't have to tear them down to bring yourself up, because that's just not how it works. There's space for all of us at the top, but the space is there for the people that work for it. You know, you got to make sure that you're pushing yourself towards that goal instead of standing there and wanting it to come to you. I will say that other than that aspect of keeping motivated, keep an eye out for burnout. A lot of people will think and romanticize this idea of working 24/7 like it's natural, like it's healthy, but then sorry guys, the video kind of spliced a little bit. My alarm went off. But what I was saying is about burnout. A lot of people will think that it's like you have to work 24 hours a day, and like that's the only way you succeed, and you know, that's like what hustling is. Let me tell you, as the hustle goddess herself, really the main key component about hustling is just doing everything with conviction and intention. When I decide I need to rest, I intentionally rest, all right? I don't really talk to people. I'm going to take the time to myself. I'm going to do something that's like my version of self-care. You know, we can talk about that later. So I do it with intention, so it's a benefit to me. I'm not just like feeling like I'm being lazy. I know that I need it. So just keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out if you're feeling like your life is becoming too much. Maybe you need to chill a little bit, you know, maybe you need to start scheduling things out and realizing like this day is only for me. This, you know, these evenings I'm working out, these mornings I'm doing work. You know, there's a lot of power in having a discipline of a schedule. So just keep that in mind. So I hope this video wasn't too long. Leave questions and comments below. I really enjoyed doing this, you guys. So I'll see you next week. Bye.